iPhone 17 Pro Max Cosmic Orange Water Resistance Test. With this new iPhone, you have a unibody design, meaning that on the back you have a lot of aluminum and just the bottom section is made out of glass. You see all this section with light orange is all glass. The iPhone 17 Pro, the iPhone 17 Pro Max are splash, water and dust resistant and were tested under controlled laboratory environment. So this device or these devices are only IP68 under laboratory conditions. The device was tested up to 6 meters and 30 minutes underwater. So this is really good for IP68 on the Pro model for the iPhone 17. So having a unibody design with only the bottom, mid to bottom portion made out of glass did not change much in terms of water resistance, because on the iPhone 16 Pro Max, it is also the same thing, IP68 up to 6 meters of depth, 30 minutes. Again, on the Apple website, it says that resistance to water might decrease as a result of normal wear. So meaning that your device, if it gets liquid damage, is not covered under warranty. Also, they did say that do not attempt to charge a wet iPhone, which is something that I'm gonna try later after I remove the device out of water if the device survived. So what about the body design of this iPhone? I think it is refreshing to have something new. I personally like what Apple has done with this new Pro line, and especially the iPhone Air. Currently, the iPhone has been submerged for more than 11 minutes, and we still have close to 18 minutes to go. With these new iPhones, you can charge up to 40 watt of charging rate, and this is very good. We have been waiting for something like this for years, but on the Apple website again, they specify a model of charger that is going to provide you at least 40 watt. So I'm not really sure if any chargers with more than 60 watt of rated charge is capable of providing you 40 watt of charge on your new iPhone 17 Pro Max. For fast charging, pair the dynamic power adapter with the iPhone 17 models. 50% of charge in 20 minutes. This is very good for any device, having 50% of battery in just 20 minutes. And this is the normal for the slow charging devices, not the 100 watt charging devices. The iPhone Air is the only one that is not going to get 50% in 20 minutes. But for the iPhone Air, you're going to get 50% in 30 minutes. So everything that I said is applicable if you buy the new charger, $39, 40 watt dynamic power adapter with 60 watt of charging max. Hopefully other chargers with 60 watt of maximum capacity charging or above are going to provide the same time for 50% charge. So I've been moving the device, the iPhone 17 Pro Max, underwater all this time in order to mimic what is going to happen if you go to the pool or to the beach with your iPhone. You're going to move around, and this is the area where the water resistance of your device is going to shine and protect it. So that's why I absolutely have to move the device underwater in order to make the test more like a real life test, not only a laboratory scenario. Again, these devices have been built to be water resistant. So in a laboratory scenario, they might be super fine without any issues, but as soon as you're going to introduce the environment factor, the way you use your device, the temperature of the environment also, all these are going to impact the water resistance of your smartphone. When they are doing all these tests in the laboratory, it is a controlled environment. This is primarily why they are not covering any liquid damage under warranty. The screen is still on, 30 minutes already. So very soon I'm going to remove the device out of water and start my inspection. Make sure that the screen is working, the charging port, try the charging port and see what happens. Show you how to remove all the excess water that is inside the device. And yes, there is water inside the device currently. The display of this iPhone 17 Pro Max is super responsive after being underwater for more than 30 minutes. And right now I'm going to test Face ID and see how it does. As you can see, Face ID also is super responsive after 30 minutes underwater. The next step for this iPhone 17 Pro Max is testing the charging port and then pushing all the water out of the system. Here you can see you cannot charge the device because there is water inside the charging port. So if you want, you can charge the device, but it might damage your device. So do not charge your device only if it is an emergency. In order to push all the water out of the speakers, you need to simply use force and expel all the water out. Using a sound for water eject is not going to work. This is the best way to push all the water out of the speakers from your iPhone. After pushing all the water out does not mean that the charging is ready. So as you can see, there is still liquid on the charging port. So I'm just going to wait and let the charging port dry completely before attempting to charge with wire. In the meantime, you can charge wirelessly. That's going to be fine.